They yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Yeah. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey.
Fitting the name to Ian Park for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field, mile high here in Denver, Colorado. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. A couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. This return starts at the 5. This drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard
line. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Purdy on the play action. Cox, that's Arian Smith. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First carry now for Kyron Williams. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Offense up to the line fast.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10.
Purdy on 1st down. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it. That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, 60, Dragon 60.
He'll look to throw. Looking slant route, complete. It's a race down the right side. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Bronco, 19 right. Ready.
Back now, pressure coming. Completed to his running back. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now.
Hey, ready, go.
Throwing from the gun. Brought in right side. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown.
Ready, hot, Cowboys, 79 Broncos.
Throwing it again here. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ready, hot, Buffalo 18. Mustang 19.
He's going to throw it again. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
Come on. Ready,
Back to throw now. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yeah, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Sending him on the dive. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Back-to-back carries here. And He works this to the 38 before going down. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down throw by Purdy. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. From the gun is Purdy. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted! And the Jaguars take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this.
Ready.
Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. They're going to try and throw it here. He's got a man left. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Ready. Bronco 80.
Out of the shotgun, they'll get it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defense, that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long.
60, Dragon 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Caught quickly on the slant. This is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. That one hits for 30. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
19 tight, 19 tight, 19 light. Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. Completed over the middle. And This is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Come on, set. Ready, right?
From the red zone on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
Yeah, I totally get it. You pass it here because that's what's comfortable. Largely, it's what you did to get down inside the red zone, but so often what works in theory doesn't work in practice, and it can lead to some pretty nasty results.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. There's a dive up the middle. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. They're just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Now it's Purdy. Screen here for Williams. He's going to go down right along midfield stripe. 7 yards on that pickup. And it's going to be 1st down Denver. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Get set, up.
Back to throw. Here's Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Yeah, you. 18, watch out.
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And he's bottled up the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Outside. 18, watch out. Up.
Here's Purdy to throw. This one's caught. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Here we go, third and less than a yard.
Get set, get set. On 18! On 18, hot, hot! Up.
Now Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Williams can't push it across. They make the stand. Looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you could do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Go to him again. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get their first points of this game just before halftime. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Broncos tie this game. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive.
Let's go. 79 Broncos.
Back to work after throwing the pick. And he's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
So at the 20, here's second and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. One last play before the break. The final throw before the break. He's throwing deep to the left side. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. Has this at the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds the in route complete. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Working on first down. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. They're going play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Look at that power, deep left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And this is going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
No question they wanted a big play to begin their drive, but there's the monkey's paw. They got the big play, but not the way they wished for it. Instead, well, they got to rally themselves to get right back out there after watching their opponent celebrate the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Fields this one at the 3. Escapes the defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Blown back, it's the handoff. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
They've got first down here from the 36. Give to Williams from the gun. That run good for a handful as it brings up second down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Purdy throwing here. Setting up the screen. Across midfield at the 45. And finally stopped at the 34. Given 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. Play action now. Purdy. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos can tie it up after hitting Pater in the 3rd. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return starts at the 9. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard
Ready.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2.
Ready. 60, hop, 70, hop, 70. Ready.
He's going to throw it. Caught, nice gain left side. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 3rd quarter lead. On his Little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. A lot of space ahead. Space on the right. He's got room. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos can tie it up after hitting Pater in the 3rd. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Good hit on the grounds here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd 10.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
And inches.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down.
19 Charger.
Another carry for him. And he spins right by him. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
On my play sheet, Kate, I've got draws and screens in the same area. Those are the areas you want to attack a defense when they're getting too far upfield. That defense got upfield, and that draw did the rest.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Cut 19. Let's go now. 19, 18.
Looking in the air here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
18, left, Panther 60, Panther 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He's dropping back to throw. Caught by his back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's on the crosser. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
That's good for a Jaguar.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's all knotted up at 21, partner. Still plenty of scoring here as we try to decide our winner. First down now, ball at the 33. He's going to throw it again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Second and 3 now. Handoff now from the gun. Running in the red zone. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. Give him 13 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. The defense all over this one. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's third down. Third and long.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
A 40-yard attempt.
Cracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, when you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Now a give running right. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
At their own 38-yard line.
Ready.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Ready. 70 Lions. Viking 18. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Hey. Pack the 60. 19 tight.
Back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Broncos have some new life in the 4th.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
At the
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Purdy. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it inside the 25. All the way, touchdown Denver. The Broncos take a 4th quarter lead. They're all safe. Touchdown!
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Back to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And he's got it in close. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars have taken the lead late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have won. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Williams now on 1st and 10. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Get set, get set.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here he is to throw. That's caught. He found some space. It won't be a touchdown, Brock, but it sure was close. He winds up out of bounds just about a yard shy of the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack the vehicle.
And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score.
The moment not too big for any of them, and Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Here's Reichert, set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Setting up to pass. Trying to push deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Throwing now off the play action. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that one is incomplete. And the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Ready?
To throw. Trying to push deep downfield. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That one's cut at the 10-yard line. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars push their lead to 3. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. For the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And they can be proud of their exploits down the road and overall so far this season as they improved to 2-0. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars, as we'll see you next time from Denver.